Welcome back. On this episode, we install the back glass and start working on the interior of the Sunny Truck project. Stay tuned. I've had this wrapped up in this blanket for literally 8 years. And let's see if there's any creepy crawlers inside here. There's already some spider eggs there. Some sort of creepy crawler's been in here. Hopefully not a family of rats or mice. No, we're good. Other than this, whatever the hell that is right there. This is what they call the back glass for these Sunny trucks. And I believe this one, this is the factory one. And trying to find this over here on this side of the world is like finding a needle in a haystack. If I can get the rubber on there. This is another one that's been in storage for 8 years. This is the rubber seal for it. And we're going to see if this is still any good. This is a used one, so this one's probably 40 years old. It's not looking that great, to be honest with you, but we'll give it a try. This is the outside here. That's the inside. That's the pinch weld. And the glass must sit in there, in that layer in there, which I can barely. This is going to be difficult. I think I'm going to use a heat gun. I think this is going to fight me. Just got a feeling. I'm going to try a heat gun. Oops, sorry about that. And warm this thing up. I'm going to do that right here, actually. Hang this right here a little bit, piece by piece. Try to revive it. Yeah, I'd say that's gonna work. Yeah, that part's good. I'll go around this side and flip it over, do the other. What I'm hoping to do here with this pry bar is kind of open up these grooves a little bit, make it more pliable. But it does seem to be, it definitely does seem to be working. It's definitely a lot more pliable than it was. And I just cleaned out 40 years of grit and grime out of there. So somebody told me, or I read it somewhere, that I should use talcum powder, baby powder on this, which I picked some up today. Oof. I'm just going to lather this on and work it in and see what that's supposed to really help with this process. I don't know. It's getting a little stiff again. Might help just get the glass on there. I don't know. I'll give it a try, see what happens. I'm going to do little by little, just go around with this heat gun and just work it as I go. It's a real slow, tedious process, but this is what needs to be done. Well, I'm about halfway through almost. You can hear it kind of clip in as it goes in. Rounding this corner is going to be a challenge. That's where all the tension is going to be. So here you can see me basically going around the outside of the windshield with a screwdriver and a heat gun to try to get the rubber seal to close the gap. Unfortunately, this took a fair bit of time. It took probably a good hour or so working around the edge with the screwdriver and heat gun to get all the rubber installed properly. I was told that you could do this with a string embedded inside the rubber, and when you pull the string it will seal the gap. But unfortunately that process didn't work for me. Eventually the back glass was installed. Okay, so just going to give an update. I'm getting the driver's side ready to go here. Passenger side is good, back windshield is good. I got my Sickspeed seats in there. Cool little shift knob I 3D printed and threaded up. Fabricated a ferrule for the threads. And dash is all sorted out, all the wiring sorted out. So really what's left is just the remaining interior and the windshield. That's the big thing. And I can't find anybody willing to commercially willing to put the windshield in, so I'm left holding the bag on that one. So we'll be doing that soon. A lot of trouble getting the back one in, not necessarily getting it in, but getting the seal around the window. I had to reuse this one, and it's 40 years old, you know, and did not want to go on. Fought me the whole time, but it's in, it's on there. These seats here, ignore them, they're for a different project, so I'm going to get to putting the seat belts and seat in. Let me show you the seat real quick. These are the seats I got. I've been through many seats. Many seats to try to fit in this project, and I've been through at least 5 sets of seats, used seats, new seats, you name it, and nothing really matched the factory seat. I did not have the factory seats, unfortunately, when I brought this over from overseas. Unfortunately, I just can't really find them, and if I do find them over here, they're in terrible shape. So these are the seats I wound up going with, and they're from a company called Sickspeed. And they sell a lot of, you know, aftermarket products, but I like them because they kind of resemble a bride seat and kind of resemble a Recaro seat. It's kind of a mix of both, and I like them. And they're reclining. I don't really need reclining in the Ute, but you are able to put stuff underneath behind the seats when you have the reclining ones, which I did way back when. I actually swapped the fixed seats out on my first one for I think I had a pair of like Kia seats in there or something, and that was really useful for putting stuff behind when I had the reclining option. But I believe factory they do come with fixed seats, and even the from the factory the driver's seat is sliding, but the passenger seat is actually fixed in place, or vice versa. I forget how it is. That's how it comes from the factory. But anyway, these are pretty good seats. They're relatively cheap. You know, I got both sets, I think, shipped to my house both seats for $500. They will not bolt into the car. I do want to put that disclaimer out there. And this is what I had to do. I had to fabricate my own, weld up and fabricate my own rails, which was a mission and a half by itself. But I got the job done. Very close to the original rails, but not quite. I probably could have made the original rails work, but I've done this a number of times now, fabricated rails for the seats, so this ain't my first rodeo when it comes to seats in the Datsun 1200 Ute / Sunny truck. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in now, and then she'll be sweet. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.